Hello everyone, today I'd like to show you the progress I made in the bunker. And first I'd like to thank all my Patreons for their support. And you can also become a Patreon and enjoy all the nice extras. Okay, so in the last bunker video we ended with a burnt screw conveyor motor. After it had been repaired, I installed a thermal protection system to prevent the motor from overheating in the future. Now the reason it overheated was because the screw conveyor was filled up with very fine wet sand, which had become quite hard and caused a lot of extra resistance. To prevent this from happening again, I implemented a sequence that I repeated every time after emptying the dumper. This sequence consisted of reversing the direction of the conveyor with this switch. What this does is move the sand to the bottom of the conveyor, and because it can't exit there, it causes the whole conveyor to clog at the bottom. This puts torsion on the conveyor, and that torsion breaks away the sand on the inside. So then, when the direction is reversed again, the conveyor transports the sand much faster and it won't overheat anymore. Nice! I also installed this screen to remove rocks because they also made it clog a lot of the time. So when that was all done, it was time to start digging again. First, I started by digging a tunnel to the back of the foundation, and here you can see the top of one of the concrete poles. Then the container was full, so I put everything away to prepare for winter. And I started thinking about a way to store the conveyor when I'm not using it, so I can close the doors and heat the workspace during the cold months. First I thought about making some kind of a rail system to bring it into the shed, but eventually I came up with this. This way the doors could be shut and the whole thing would be less in the way. So when this was done, I started digging again. Then I had another full container and it was time to make preparations for the first concrete wall. To make the sand wall completely flat, I put a wooden slat on the top and the bottom and scraped the wall with a piece of wood with screws in it. The screws stuck out the depth of the thickness of the wall plus the thickness of the top and bottom slats. This way I could scratch the wall to a perfect flat finish. Then I brushed all the existing concrete with a steel brush to remove the sand. And drilled holes to chemically anchor these pieces of rebar. The pieces of rebar reach to the middle of the poles, so they overlap with the rebar inside the poles to make everything extra strong. Then I put some foil against the sand, but not onto the concrete for obvious reasons. This foil prevents sand from mixing in while pouring the concrete and also prevents the water from being sucked out of the concrete. Then I fixed this piece of reinforcement mesh with this wire twisty thingy. I made a template so the shuttering would fit nicely between the poles and built the whole thing up that way. Then, when that was finished, I sprayed water over the existing concrete and threw some cement onto it. I did this so the new concrete would bond better to the old concrete. And then it was time to pour. I made this funnel type contraption so I didn't have to carry all the concrete down into the bunker. Ooh, very satisfying. After that, it was just a matter of powering through. After 1 week, I removed this top piece to inspect my work. Ja, ik heb het geluid niet per se nodig, maar we zijn er nou toch. Kijk, staat het een beetje op? Ja, maar ik weet niet The rest of the concrete needed to cure for at least another 3 weeks, so in the meantime I did some more digging. And I had help from my brother-in-law, who is an unstoppable force. At one point I started using this ground drill to make the digging a bit easier. Oh! Zo! Is dat effectief of is dat effectief?
Ik voel even mijn voeten niet meer.
And after a lot more than 3 weeks, I started to remove the shuttering to free the first wall. Okay, so you can see here some bubbles. Oh, not too bad. No large patches where you can see the grid and stuff, so not bad. And this part will be cut off later, because this is the part that I used to put in the concrete, because of course I couldn't make that completely flat. So I need to chip that off, but I will do that at a later time. Okay, so this is where I am now. Nice piece of sturdy concrete. So I now have to do the rest, the other wall. I have to do this part and that part, so between the poles, and then the part behind all the rubble. And then when these 3 parts of concrete are done, then I will start digging again, and then I have to do that part. So I think I'm now halfway of all the sand that needs to be removed. Still a lot of work to do. And I have to dig out the rebar here, otherwise it will maybe start to rot. We'll do that as the last job for today. And see you next time.